Welcome to my channel, EatStory. Today we are talking about Moretum. Imagine this. It's roughly 80 BC. You are a farmer and living in the Roman Republic. You have a long, hard-working day ahead of you and wondering what's for breakfast. Well, that's what we'll make today. A Roman classic, an ancient breakfast dish. It's called Moretum, and it's for all you cheese and garlic lovers out there. This recipe is mentioned in a short Latin poem called Moretum. They say the poem was attributed to Virgil, allegedly. Either way, the poem talks about regular life, which was pretty uncommon for flashy Romans. Well, let's talk about the ingredients. So, how do you make it? First, we're going to need cheese, preferably something like feta. Garlic, use a lot, the Romans loved it. Extra virgin olive oil, white vinegar, or something else. You need some local herbs, something like marjoram and thyme, salt, walnuts because I like them. Let's make it. I'm going to show you how to prepare it step by step. Here, first you add the garlic and some salt to the mortar. A lot of salt. It will taste great, believe me. You add some extra virgin olive oil. Don't cheap out on the quality, it's very important. And now let's pound. Sorry, children. Pound, pound, pound good. Let's pound this out. And meanwhile, while I'm pounding, get some nuts, put them in there, keep pounding, and add step by step the cheese. Don't add it in all one go because you will crowd the whole and it will not taste good. Then pound some more, add the herbs, the vinegar, and some cheese. Stay adding the cheese. Believe me, you will love the cheese. Everyone loves cheese. Cheese is so lovable. Now add some more olive oil into the mix and pound some more because winners pound. Yeah, don't forget about the vinegar. Herbs and seasoning to taste. Use something classical like dill, margarine, or thyme, something local. I don't care as long as it tastes good. Don't cheap out on the olive oil. It's a very important part of Roman life. Now, if you like the texture, then you are ready. It looks amazing. I'm gonna put it on a plate and serve it up for later with some delicious Roman bread. It's coming out very soon. I'm going to make a video about that too, so subscribe and like if you like to see more content. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil, make it look fancy because it's all doesn't have to be raggedy, so let's make it fancy, people. It looks amazing. I love it. And I'm telling you about some story in the meanwhile while I'm getting the bread. So, where does Moretum come from? It goes way back, even as early as the Roman Republic. We're talking roughly about 80 BC, when political violence was increasing and competition among elites was intense as ever. But for the regular people, it wasn't something special. They depended heavily on agriculture, and it shows in their diet. They mostly live outside the big cities, mainly on small plots of land, where they worked as well. Their only concerns were mainly about weather, harvest yields, and soil quality. Food was important. It still is. Things like bread, cheese, olive oil, and garlic were really common, cheap for many, and also durable. The perfect ingredients for meals like Moretum. They required little preparation and provided a lot of calories for the hardworking men and women. Earlier writers like Cato the Elder, for example, wrote about workers and their diets. In his book called De Agricultura, he described meals almost like equipment, something that enables workers to work even harder, not really about the enjoyment of the meal we mainly chase today ourselves. But the late Roman Republic, that attitude hasn't changed much. What the poem Moretum adds in detail, instead of lecturing or bragging about warfare, it truly shows a moment in the daily life of a farmer. The poem talks about his rough, worked up hands and how he prepares his breakfast. It gives us not only a recipe, but also a little sneak peek in the daily life of ordinary people that fueled Rome for many, many years. He clears the table and brings out what the house provides. Garlic first, strong, sharp, and unshamed, stripped of its skins and broken apart. He adds fresh herbs, gathered nearby, whatever the season offers. Green leaves still carrying the smell of the field. The cheese follows, firm but yielding, broken down and pressed into the mixture. Oil is poured in slowly, just enough to bind what it resists. A small splash of vinegar sharpens the whole, and salt is added with a practiced hand. He worked it all together until separate things became one, not refined, not delicate, just ready. When the paste is finished, he sets it aside and brings out the bread, dense, dark, made to last. This is the meal, enough to carry him through the morning. It's not dramatic, that's exactly the point. Simple, honest food for honest workers. Garlic's strong presence fits what we see elsewhere. Later writers like Pliny the Elder describe it as strengthening and beneficial for endurance. Whether that's true is less important than the belief itself. Taken together, Moretum isn't just a recipe, it's a small but valuable piece of evidence for how most Romans actually ate. So, with that being said, how does it actually taste? In front of me, you see the Moretum with some Roman bread. Roman bread made from spelt and wheat. You can see it next week on my upcoming video. And now I'm going to taste the Moretum. Let's test this out. I love how it spreads, it's easy. I will put some nuts on it because that will definitely augment the taste. And let's try this baby. Mm, You can see me enjoy the Moretum already. The flavors from the garlic, the consistency of the cheese, the extra virgin olive oil. Actually, this is kind of nice. I love it. Definitely love it. I would rate the Moretum, I think, a 7 out of 10 because it's very delicious. It has a strong taste. But to be honest, I wouldn't go out of my way to make it. I would just like buy something like Paturin. And with that being said, let's close the video, and I would like for everyone to subscribe, like, so we can make more content like this. We can try new recipes and different things and give us some feedback, please. And out.